I'm Pete, one of the founders of Hava, and I'd like to give you a quick demonstration of how Hava works and how you can generate some beautiful documentation of your AWS environments. For demonstration purposes, I've already gone and grabbed some read-only keys from my AWS account, and I've put them in here so as that we can start importing the environments and show how it works. So to do that, you just need to click Import. Whilst we're waiting for Hava to do the initialization and import of the resources, we can put in our details here so as that we can register later on. So once we've registered, we can see that it continues to pick up the resources, make sure that it connects all the resources to each other, which is basically rendering an object model showing how they all hang together, and then it will render it on the screen for us so as that we can see how our environments hang together. And it really is that quick. So very quickly, we've been able to see the environments that are within our account. Now, from here, it's very easy to jump into one of these environments. So the name of the VPC is indicated at the bottom of each environment here. If we like, we can see all the rest of the empty VPCs that are in our AWS account. But for the purposes here, we want to know about things that we actually want to look at. So let's look at RPG Orange. And there you have it. In just a few moments, a quick registration, and maybe 20 seconds of importing and rendering, we're able to see an entire environment. Some of the advanced features here that we can play with is turning on things like the AWS icon set, which gives you the typical representation of AWS resources that you're used to, as well as being able to see how different things connect together. For instance, these are the different ERBs, and how these elastic load balancers connect to a particular instance. What you can also do is click on the VPC itself and find out a fair bit of information about how things connect together. So if we go into the security groups here, we can actually see how the different instances are able to connect to each other. We can also click on the route tables and very quickly be able to see how different resources within the different subnets actually communicate out to the world, whether or not they go through an instance, like a NAT instance, or whether or not they go through the gateway itself. Clicking on any one instance itself can give you a lot of information. For instance here, just by clicking on the NAT instance, we're able to see that it costs us approximately $42 per month to run. There are all the details about the different size and the public IP address that it's running on, as well as the security groups that would apply to it, and so much more information. Things like the name, the role, the CloudFormation stack that is used to create it, and pretty much everything you'd ever want to know about your environment. You can find it within Hava. If you want to get an idea of how much the entire environment is costing you at the VPC level, by clicking just outside the box, you can see that it gives you the monthly estimate of $1,471. Getting a little bit more information, you can see the breakdown on the different resources and what they're costing at a resource level. Looks good? Well, now you might want to actually export the picture so that you can share it with someone else. You can click the Export SVG button and it will automatically download a version of the SVG to your machine that you're running Hava on. Again, if you want to click AWS icons, you can export the same SVG, only now with the new AWS icon set. So Hava has got many other features inside of it as well, but I just wanted to demonstrate to you very quickly how in a very short amount of time, 20 to 30 seconds, you're able to put your credentials in, click import, create your account, have yourself registered, and start generating beautiful documentation in such a short amount of time. Thank you.